Drivers complain about dwindling earnings. Passengers lash out at the platform's greed. Is the platform really pocketing all the profit in the ride-hailing industry? In October 2024, the number of licensed ride-hailing drivers nationwide reached 748 million. By the end of 2020, just 3 years prior, there were only 289 million drivers, a 26-fold increase in less than 4 years. This is why drivers feel it's getting harder and harder to make a living on the road. Working hours get longer every day. Yet when they do the math at the end, their net income is lower than before. Netizens are also sympathizing with the drivers, saying, driving for a platform today is like being a modern-day camel xiangxi. They slam the platforms for high commissions and blatant greed. But is that really the case? Hello everyone, this is Kanchai. Today we're putting the ride-hailing industry in the spotlight. Let's start with a conclusion. Most people in China, including many drivers themselves, likely overestimate the commission rates of local platforms, especially Didi's. In the past year, experts have conducted surveys on global ride-hailing commissions. Uber's rate is around 30. A 20 commission is the global median for the industry, according to Didi's 2024 data. The average commission across all orders is 14 compared to its peers. This is actually on the lower end of the scale. Tsinghua School of Environment surveyed 768 Didi drivers, found that 71.8 of them overestimated the commission rate. Yes, over a third of drivers believe the commission exceeded 25, when in reality, 90 of commissions are below 20. Simply put, Didi's commission mechanism, it essentially functions like a reservoir or a dam, releasing water during droughts to simulate orders and storing it during floods to balance supply and demand. For example, during peak hours when orders are high but drivers are few, the platform offers more incentives to encourage drivers to start their shifts. During off-peak hours when orders are low, the platform issues coupons to passengers to encourage spending and keep order volumes as stable as possible for drivers. In these scenarios, commissions are lower, and there may even be negative commissions. Crucially, it is only when supply and demand are balanced that commission rates become relatively higher. But this specifically refers to Didi. On aggregation platforms where orders are resold, there are multiple layers of commissions. The total cut can indeed exceed 30, and in a moment of frustration, it's easy to lash out at the wrong platforms. Didi, on the other hand, retains a portion of the commission to redistribute, reinvesting heavily into infrastructure ecosystem development and driver subsidies. This is a more rational model. However, although platform commissions aren't as high as many believe, drivers are still struggling with falling incomes. The core issue isn't actually the commission rate, but the explosive growth in the number of drivers. By the end of 2022, 89 million ride-hailing driver licenses had been issued. By 2024, that number surged to 748 million, while daily order volume only grew by 8. With too many drivers and not enough work, individual incomes are naturally diluted. Moreover, as passengers become more price-sensitive, fares inevitably have to decrease. An economist once noted that the income of ride-hailing drivers is determined by the income levels in other sectors, and there is a lot of truth to that. Furthermore, commissions aren't pure profit that the platform can simply pocket. They are more like water, temporarily held in a reservoir. 14 might seem high, but the platform must use it to subsidize supply-demand imbalances, as well as safety and service quality assurance. Very little is actually left over. Last year, Didi's net profit margin for its China mobility business was just 12 percentage points lower than Mixu Bingcheng's 15, and it pales in comparison to the 30 margins often seen in gaming companies. Returning to our initial question, who is to blame for the low driver incomes? The platforms, the passengers, or the drivers themselves? Actually, none of the above. It's because times have changed. Against the backdrop of the recent economic downturn, ride-hailing has become a reservoir for stabilizing employment. Tea farmers in Wuyi Mountain used to work half the year and rest the other half. Now, in the off-season, they also drive for ride-hailing platforms to hedge against the seasonal risks of tea farming. There are also other flexible employment groups, including veterans, unemployed white-collar workers, and laid-off laborers. As they all pour in it inevitably creates a situation where too many hunters chase too little prey. This makes veteran drivers on the platform feel like their order volume is dropping. By absorbing this labor force, the platform helps these people weather the storm, which also contributes to social stability. However, this inevitably leads to the dilemma of too many people, too few jobs. There are no simple answers to such complex problems. Of course, the platform is also seeking solutions, such as introducing pet-friendly rides, 6-seater express, and select services. By segmenting these scenarios, those who provide quality service can earn a premium. Another example is expanding to smaller counties, 1.33 billion yuan has been invested over the last 2 years, enabling 590 drivers to pick up orders right in their own neighborhoods. More importantly, through refined operations, Didi is striving to grow the market for 10 consecutive quarters. It has achieved double-digit growth in order volume, which is truly remarkable. So you see, friends, stop thinking that ride-hailing platforms are living a life of ease. It hasn't been easy for anyone. In a down economy, there's no such thing as an easy way to make a fortune. Not only are there drivers staying up late to take your orders, there are also people working to keep this business sustainable, scrutinizing the financial ledgers more closely than anyone. When getting out, tell the driver thank you for your hard work. That is far more meaningful than just joining the chorus of complaints about high platform fees.